Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Today, we are diving into the fascinating history of South Sudan, a young nation with a rich and complex past. From its early days in the 1950 to its independence in 2011, we'll explore the key events that shaped this remarkable country. So, let's get started. In the early 1950s, Sudan was still under Anglo-Egyptian rule. However, the winds of change were blowing across Africa, and the Sudanese people were eager for independence. In 1953, the Sudan Self-Government Statute was signed, granting Sudan autonomy and setting the stage for full independence in 1956. But the road to independence was not smooth. The predominantly Arab North and the African South had long-standing cultural, religious, and linguistic differences. As the British and Egyptians prepared to leave, tensions between the two regions escalated, with the South feeling marginalized and underrepresented in the new government. The First Sudanese Civil War began in 1955, even before Sudan's official independence. The conflict was fueled by deep-rooted cultural, religious, and economic differences between the North and South. The Southern rebels, known as the Anyanya, fought for greater autonomy and representation in the government. After 17 years of brutal fighting, the Addis Ababa Agreement was signed in 1972, granting the South a degree of self-rule and ending the First Sudanese Civil War. However, the fragile peace would not last long. In 1983, the Sudanese government, led by President Jafar Nimeri, imposed Islamic Sharia law across the country, further alienating the predominantly Christian South. This sparked the Second Sudanese Civil War, which would last for 22 years and claim the lives of an estimated 2 million people. The Southern rebels, now organized under the Sudan People's Liberation Army (SPLA) and led by John Garang, fought for self-determination and an end to the marginalization of the South. The conflict was marked by widespread violence, famine, and human rights abuses on both sides. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, international pressure mounted on the Sudanese government to negotiate a peaceful resolution to the conflict. In 2005, the Comprehensive Peace Agreement (CPA) was signed, ending the Second Sudanese Civil War and paving the way for a referendum on South Sudan's independence. Following the CPA, South Sudan began the process of rebuilding and preparing for the historic referendum. Under the leadership of the SPLA and its political wing, the Sudan People's Liberation Movement (SPLM), the South worked to establish a functioning government and address the many challenges facing the war-torn region. On January 9, 2011, the people of South Sudan voted overwhelmingly in favor of independence, with 98.83% of the population choosing to secede from Sudan. 6 months later, on July 9, 2011, South Sudan officially became the world's newest nation. Since gaining independence, South Sudan has faced numerous challenges, including ongoing internal conflicts, economic struggles, and humanitarian crises. Despite these difficulties, the people of South Sudan continue to work towards a brighter future for their young nation. As we've seen, the history of South Sudan is a complex and often tragic tale of struggle, perseverance, and ultimately triumph. As the world's youngest country, South Sudan has a long road ahead, but its people remain hopeful and determined to build a better future. We hope you've gained a deeper understanding of the events that have shaped this remarkable country. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of South Sudan. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family, and subscribe for more informative and engaging content. Until next time, take care and stay curious.